Yo, what is up my Chuni bros? Iden here, leader of the Simp Army. Now, Chunibyo is a fantastic anime for countless reasons. It has better animation than most shonen battles, has better humor than most slice of life, and the plot. Well, let's just not talk about the plot for now.
Literally, why are you crying? Why are you crying right now? Stop!
Dumb characters aren't anything new. Every anime will have one or two dumb joke gag characters for you. But Chunibyo said, you know what? Screw it. Let's make everyone dumb. And I think that is truly where it succeeds.
Hi guys, I'm a dumb I don't know anything about girls. I'm gonna blow my brains out.
Yuta is single-handedly one of the most frustratingly dumb characters in all of anime. A main character who knows nothing about love is not anything new, but this absolute simp takes it beyond the boundary. He considers holding pinkies to be some type of giant leap, and it took him 6 months to hold hands with his girlfriend. They live with each other. The worst part about this is that he's actually the most consistent voice of reason in this anime. Just to put into perspective how IQ forsaken Chunibyo is. Every character is like Yuta, where they have their own ups and downs. The show does a great job of highlighting that throughout all the characters. Dekomori is by far the most immature and most self-involved in her Chunibyo game.
Pause. Chunibyo is a Japanese slang term for the embarrassing behavior of 13 to 14-year-olds.
Even though she's the most self-involved in her Chunibyo games, she is the greatest achiever of them all academically. Nibutani is the best at reading other people's emotions and helping people through hard times and relationships. But she is by far the most self-conscious and often greatly overcompensates in an attempt to hide her past. Rika's understanding of the real world really depends on how far you are into the anime, but she never really gets all the way there. Either way, she chooses to live in her Chunibyo fantasy for the simple fact that she enjoys it. And Kumin, wait, why the f is Kumin even in this anime? But what does this have to do with making the show better? How can there possibly be a benefit to having a cast full of idiots? There's generally a perceived notion in anime that the dumb character can do whatever they want. They don't necessarily need a motivation to do what they do. They can easily act as a chaotic influence on the story, and most people won't even bat an eye. But what are you gonna do when everyone is that chaotic character? Well, in theory, it shouldn't work. But as I said earlier, while the Chunibyo cast does have the intelligence of the average JoJo fan, unlike JoJo fans, they all at least have one thing that they're good at. There are many moments in Chunibyo where one character is struggling with their individual problems, and the rest of them have to duct tape and glue some type of possible solution for them. Their plans are usually flawed in nature, and sometimes they don't even work. If you don't know what I'm talking about, take for example episode 9. The episode comes after a series of events that causes Rika and Yuta to grow much closer romantically. However, there's a problem as Rika tries to avoid reality, and Yuta is romantically incapable in every stretch of the imagination. Basically, the two end up not talking to each other for a while, and it looks like things are starting to stagnate. That is until Nibutani, mainly in an attempt to better her own image, comes up with a plan that will force both Yuta and Rika to confront each other. It's a team effort, and the team consists of some of the dumbest people you will ever meet.
Oh shit. Here comes.
Look, I would be a liar if I made it seem like everyone in this anime is equally stupid. Not all idiots are created equal. Some pass the border of what should even seem possible, and far, far, far past that border lies an absolute nincompoop. I would like to make this abundantly clear. Dekomori is not a gag character. She transcends the typical gag character in ways that the human eye has yet to witness. Everything about her just screams, I am an idiot, and I absolutely love it. Whether it's her twin tails that almost reach the ground and become her weapons in combat, or it's her wacky outfits on the weekends, even her visual design is a sight to see. Dekomori refers to Rika, the only character possibly dumber than her, as her master and looks towards her for guidance. You know you messed up when you have this person as your guide. As stated earlier, Nibutani's entire character premise surrounds the fact that she despises her former self, and she overcompensates in order to suppress her old Chunibyo personality. She does this because she desperately wants to be seen as responsible. But you see, Dekomori, Dekomori is actually a gamer. Dekomori doesn't try to be cool with people, she just is. She doesn't try to look responsible towards other people, she just does. And she doesn't try to have good grades, she's just smart. I mean, we're talking about the person who looks at the Mabinogion, which is basically a 13-year-old's journal, as something equivalent to that of the gospel. I mean, you've got to be pretty dumb to do something like that. Right? So yeah, Dekomori is pretty cool, and Chunibyo is pretty cool too. I really don't know what to say besides that, because I'm kind of an idiot.